Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV and welcome to the match preview. First things first, guys, make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And on Saturday, Chelsea take on Nottingham Forest, looking to make it 2 wins in a row. Yes, you heard that right. 2 wins in a row, following up from that win against Bournemouth on the weekend. Lampard's first win, avoiding those 007 memes and all that sort of thing. We welcome Forest to Stamford Bridge at a 1-1 draw earlier in the season. They battered us, particularly in that second half. But Forest find themselves outside the drop zone. 3 games to go, 3 points clear. And a point, you would argue, could almost secure them safety for next season as well. I'm delighted to be joined by Wolverine from Forest Fan TV. Mate, welcome to the channel. How are you feeling as a Forest fan? Must be pretty nervy right now. 3 games to go, 3 points clear of the drop zone. You're almost there.
Mate, it's heart attacks after heart attacks after heart attacks, you know. You just look at our Southampton game on Monday. We go 2-0 up. I've whipped out the beach towel. I'm celebrating away. And then, of course, Forest being Forest, we got to concede a goal. Then we got another goal up and beach towel comes back out. Then you put it away when they go. It was just one of those games where you just felt it could swing against us. But luckily we held out. And I think at this stage of the season, mate, that's all that matters. You know, forget performances. Points mean everything right now. Let's get the points on the board. Hopefully you guys are, you know, on the beach and don't really care too much that Lampard hasn't won at Stamford Bridge. And I'd love for you guys just to roll over and let us tickle your belly and just give us 3 points and we can have this conversation again next season, mate.
We've rolled over plenty of times this season. We've been on the beach for the majority of the season. But yeah, no, it would be nice for Lampard to get a win at Stamford Bridge in his spell as interim manager. I mean, mate, how have you sort of viewed Forest's season overall so far? I mean, has it gone how you expected it to go?
It's kind of how my head would expect it to go. You know, obviously pre-season, you see us signing big names. You get Lodi in from Atletico, Lingard joins Forest, you know, Dean Henderson coming in from United. And your expectations, you know, do crazy things. And you start thinking of, you know, oh, where are we going to finish here? But if you're realistic about it, Forest were always going to be in a dogfight. Yeah, with it being 23 years since we've last been here, I know all Forest fans feel in their heart we're a Premier League team. But there's no right to it. You know, you've got to earn that right. And we're battling now. I expected us to be in and around this position. I do think we should be higher than we are with the quality of the players that we do have. But right now, just give me 17th. You know, stop the count, get us into next season. Let's regroup over the summer. Let's learn from the many mistakes that have been made, be it through recruitment, be it through whatever this season. And let's restart and get ready. It's kind of similar to your position, mate, but at a lower level, where I think you guys just want the end of the season now as well. Take stock, see where you are, you know, tidy a few corners and what have you, and then let's start again. And hopefully we're both starting again. Well, you guys are now that you're on the beach, but hopefully we can join you maybe this Saturday.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, you referenced, you know, that you brought a lot of players in. Which players have really stood out for Forest this season out of kind of the new signings in the summer? I mean, obviously, a lot of them haven't worked out, but which ones have kind of really stepped up and been vital to the team?
There's been a few that I think have been fantastic players, and they are, to me, Premier League players. Now, Morgan Gibbs-White, we got so much banter from the Wolves fans saying thank you for the 42 million, even though it wasn't 42 million. He's just come on leaps and bounds. He probably did one of the best assists I've seen all season against Southampton the other night with that lovely back heel flick into Danilo's path. He's been brilliant. I've loved him and I wanted him because we faced him in the Championship. He was a quality player and you could see he had potential in him. You've got, for me, Lodi coming in from Atletico Madrid at left back. He's been brilliant. Dean Henderson, until he picked up his injury, was a solid goalkeeper for us. And for me, one of the standouts is Felipe. Again, another defensively minded player, centre back. Reminds me a bit of Silva. He's our Silva. He's 33 years old, but he's a defender, a proper old school defender. Taught under Simeone at Atletico, commanding. He's got the respect of the team, and he really has been a big change for us since January. But the most important signing for me was the signing we already had, but he got a new contract, which was Brennan Johnson. The kid, for us, he's Forest through and through. 2 years ago, he was playing, at Grimsby. He comes in last season, scores us nearly 20 goals, pushes us up through the playoffs. Everyone's saying, can he do it in the Premier League this season or not? And for me, he's proven himself. There's a lot of teams looking for him in the summer. And as long as Forest stays up, we ain't getting rid. He's nearly in double figures in the Premier League. His pace is electric. He recorded the fastest sprint time in the Premier League of any player this season at 38 kilometers an hour. So he's quick, and he deserves to be where he is right now.
I mean, let's talk about form. Obviously, the vast majority of your points have come at the City ground. Away from home, it's been pretty slim pickings on the road for Forest this season. Just the one win against Southampton. I mean, admittedly, something that we couldn't manage at Chelsea. But what would you put that contrast in form down to? Because ultimately, if you are to go down, it's going to be your away form that costs you. Why do you think there's such a big contrast between your form at the City ground and your form on the road?
The City ground is a fortress. I know you were at the game when we played you, and that second half, the fans really rallied behind the team. I think Forest were a bit starstruck in the first half against you, but in the second half, we pushed them over the line. We got that goal. And it's what's bound us together this season is there's been a unity where all the other teams around us have had, sackings of manager, disgruntled fans and everything. The majority of the Forest fan base, especially when you're looking at match days, like that City ground is in unison. Doesn't matter what you think about tactics, doesn't matter what you think about our manager or the players we've bought. When they cross the white line, we support them. We'll have all the discussions afterwards. And they really have been. I know the term 12th man gets bandied around a lot, but we hear that from the opposition fans when they come. They're surprised at the atmosphere. We treat every single home game like it's a cup final, and we just get behind them. And then we'll have the debates afterwards on who played well and who didn't. But while they're on that pitch, and they feed off that, the players feed off that. Steve Cooper makes sure that they were aware of what the fans are doing, how we're backing them. And you could argue, well, the players need to motivate themselves, because you could put that criticism towards them for the away matches where they're not getting those results. We've won 26 of our 33 points at the City ground and only 6 on the road, one being a win at Southampton. It's been dire. There's no hiding it. Steve Cooper himself doesn't shy away from talking about how bad our away performances are. But that could be what puts us down. If we end up going down, which hopefully as things stand at the moment, we won't be, but the away form will be what has cost us. And let's just hope with your current home form, with the current desire we have, because we're fighting. We're in a fight now. It's not going to be pretty on Saturday, but it's going to be a fight. And we just got to get something out of this game, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it, and you always look at a run-in, and you never really want to be playing teams that have got something to play for at the end of the season. Whether it's staying up, whether it's top 4, whether it's the league title. And you look at our run-in, we've got you guys on Saturday fighting for your lives in the league. We've then got Man City fighting for the Premier League. We've then got Man United fighting for that top 4. We've got Newcastle fighting for that top 4. We're playing for nothing. And
I thought we had a tough run, mate.
Yeah, when you're playing teams that have got something to fight for at the end of the season, it doesn't matter where you are in the table or what the form's saying. Those games suddenly become a lot harder because those teams find an extra 5% or whatever it is to really try and get the job done. So this is not going to be an easy game for Chelsea. And if Forest are going to get a point, 3 points on Saturday, what are you going to have to do differently to what you've been doing on the road this season to do that?
To be honest, mate, I don't know how much difference you're going to see in Forest performances. You may see what we've been doing, but as a slightly better version. We're going to defend deep. We're going to give you probably 70, maybe even 80. I mean, we gave Liverpool 81% possession when we played them the other week, but we still managed to score a couple of goals against them at Anfield. And the difference we've got at the moment is we've got a midfielder in Danilo who's broken through. We brought him in January from Palmeiras, and he's playing that box-to-box role in midfield and linking the play a lot better. And he's creating quicker counterattacks, more sustained counterattacks, whereas a lot of our counterattacks early on in the season have been those Hollywood long ball, I called it long ball FC, punt it forward, hope Brennan Johnson can get onto the end of it and score a goal. Whereas now what you've got is the ball being fed into Danilo. He's looking to bring either Morgan Gibbs-White into the game, Johnson into the game, and then using that pace. But the transition has been a lot quicker in the last few games. Although it doesn't sound it, we lost to Liverpool. We blew it against Brentford in the last 8 or 9 minutes. But when you look at the actual counter-attacking football, it's been a lot more, precise and a lot more quicker. And for me, you guys need to be wary of that. If you can't break our low block down, you may give us a couple of chances on the break. And with the pace we've got currently, we could fluke a win here. Well, I say fluke's probably too strong a word, but that will be the strategy. That will be the strategy that we're going for.
I think you guys will get opportunities. We do notoriously struggle to break teams down that come and sit deep and get a lot of men behind the ball and look to play on a counter-attack. Particularly at Stamford Bridge, we've really struggled with that. We've seen it a number of times this season. Brentford recently, we haven't been in the best of form at home.
Yeah.
So I think this game will be a lot closer than a lot of people expect. People think with Forest away from where they are in the table, this could be a bit of a rollover for Chelsea.
Yeah, but that hasn't happened for a while, mate. I mean, we got turned over 6 at City, 5 at Arsenal, but we've addressed that. Although we haven't been able to win, no one's really taken it, apart from West Ham about a month and a half ago, the 4-0. Outside of that, all the games have been quite tight, a goal here, a goal there. Not the prettiest of football, but it's progression in a very loose term of the word, mate.
Yeah, no, it is. I think you referenced the 3-2 against Liverpool, the game against Brentford, where you're winning with 8 minutes to go, and you lose. Like
calamity goalkeeping.
Things are improving slowly, I would say. And I think Forest, whilst Chelsea are probably just favourites in this game, you would say. I think Forest have got every chance of getting something, because Chelsea will give opportunities. Sitting deep will get frustrated. We might commit more men forward, get caught on the break, as you say. Brennan Johnson, Gibbs-White have been in very good form recently. So it is going to be a tough game. Mate, I'm going to ask you for a score prediction to round this one out. What are your thoughts?
We need 2 more points this season, in my opinion, to stay up. I see it as a draw at Chelsea and a draw away at Crystal Palace. I know it sounds crazy with our away form. If you guys are feeling generous, if your boys aren't up to it, if Lampard, maybe we have that extra motivation, because obviously he managed at a team that we don't like too much down the road from Nottingham at Derby. Yeah, so we're not massive fans of Lampard. I don't think many Chelsea fans are at the moment, but I think you guys need to differentiate between the player and the manager, because I think there's massive differences in them. But I think we're going to come there and we're going to fight. We've got 3 cup finals, and I'm hoping that you guys aren't looking. I would like Chelsea to be a bit, look at this as it's only Forest coming. Maybe be a little skeptical of how we're going to play. I'm hoping we come out and we play the cup final for us. If we get a point, I'll be ecstatic. If we get a win, I'll be over the moon. I don't think there'll be many goals in it. I don't think it'll be high scoring. It could be 0-0, 1-0 to you guys, or maybe in my dreams, 1-0 to Forest. But my honest expectation is a low scoring draw, a 0-0. I think we will take that.
Mate, I'll be honest. I'd love us to get 2 wins on the spin, but I think this is going to be tough for us. I really do think that. So, whilst I'd love to sit here and say Chelsea are going to win, I think realistically, I think we could be looking at a 1-1 draw. I'd love to be wrong, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Mate, if the people want to go and show you guys some love, where's the best place for them to go?
We're on YouTube. We do daily videos at Forest Fan TV, so feel free to subscribe. We're doing daily videos. We do watch-alongs for all the Forest games, so we'll be covering it. I know you guys will as well, but if you want to come banter us, we're there, and we're happy to take it. And also on Twitter as well, official Forest Fan TV. So yeah, come show us some love, show us some banter. We're always up for a good laugh and a crack, and me and you, Charlie, we've had an enjoyable season all season. So let's hope we can still do this next year, mate.
Mate, it'd be great to do it. Let's hope you boys can get the job done. Guys, make sure you head over and show the Forest Fan TV lads some love. They're doing a great job, so make sure you go and support them. Guys, as I said at the start of the video, smash a like, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so already. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll catch you again in another video soon.